This week I'm going to be trying something different. What I'm going to do is today I'm going to post the Power Rangers episode review, and tomorrow I might actually post the Nintendo Switch demo review and see if changing these dates would help the Power Ranger reviews do better, and hopefully it can make the channel do a little bit better with that. So with that being said, let's get into today's Power Rangers episode review. Hello Internet, it's AndrewMycol and welcome to this week's Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode review, where today we review episode 7 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. So if this is your first time here to the channel, make sure you leave a like if you want to, and watch until the end to see what I give this episode. So, with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Since I'm also going to be posting today, I'm also not going to be posting any pictures in this video because since it has not been 24 hours, it's only been like 2 hours since the episode went off the air. Basically, I want to make sure nothing happens. So if this were Sunday, of course I'd put pictures in, but since it's only been 2 hours, I don't want to get in trouble or get this, video taken down. So I'm not going to post any pictures for today. With that being said, let's start off with the episode. Now this episode, like I said, was not really consistent in the sense of following a decent storyline, other than the fact that at the end we get to see something from last episode. Make sure you watch until the end to see what I'm talking about. We begin this episode with Blaze and Roxy that visit a train station. Now you're wondering, what the heck would they possibly be doing at a train station? And of course, guess what they did? They made another monster out of the train that was there. And then we see that their plot is that they want to steal the Beastbot's data so that way the evil guys can actually make their own Megazord and or control the Megazord that the Rangers have. So we have that little plot and it floats around. At Grid Battle Force, we see Smash and Cruz trying to help the Rangers around the Grid Battle Force. And first what we see is that, of course, Devin was a little late going somewhere because Cruz was trying to help him. And then Smash and Ravi were training a little bit, but Smash was going too easy on him. He didn't want to hurt him. And then while Ben and Betty are also preparing for something, even Jax has a bag of party supplies. And Zoe sees Jax with the bag. She says, "What? I told you to get this, not party supplies." And Jax is like, yeah, I meant to do something." So that's a little foreshadowing in the episode as well. Nate has some Beast Blasters, and he has something programmed into it, which is like a hologram. He uses a hologram to show a car coming through, and it looks like it's that the Rangers are going to get ran over. Of course, that doesn't happen. They wouldn't put that in this show. And so, obviously, that's a little training thing they have. But outside of the training thing, the Tronics, for some reason, show up. And so, the 3 Rangers morph up, and they beat them up. And while the Beastbots are distracted, hiding somewhere, the Gigatron, that was the train station kind of monster, went and stole Cruz and Smash's data while they weren't looking. So he just pointed a gun at them and boom, got their data, saved it to a CD. And so we get to our first break. Now 7 minutes in, we got our first break, which was kind of weird because I was expecting us to get 2 more minutes of content before Nickelodeon put in that episode or that commercial break. So we get back and Jax is also distracted. And the Gigatron tries stealing Jax's information, but Zoe sees that that's happening and he shoots the Gigatron that's trying to steal Jax's information. And so because of that, the Gigatron and Blaze speed off somewhere. The Rangers go back to Grid Battle Force. Smash and Cruz have their information rebooted. It's not the same information, it's just an actual robot. They don't have their personalities like they did. They're just a classic, just nonchalant, just robots doing their commands of the people that they're working for. But of course, when Ravi and Devin figure this out, they want to take this to their advantage. However, of course, things don't go to plan when Cruz goes through a shortcut and gets Devin all dirtied up. And Smash and Ravi try fighting, but Ravi tells Smash, "Hey, hold on a second, hit me when I'm not prepared." And so as soon as Ravi turns around to put his stuff away, Smash just wham, just one hits him. And Ravi said, "What'd you hit me for?" And he said, "Well, you just told me to hit you when you weren't looking." So, and then Jax overhears Zoe saying something like, "Man, I wish that these Beastbots, I wish they would actually listen to us instead of being stupid robots." And of course she said that because Jax actually put her tablet where Zoe thought it was. And of course, Jax gets his feelings hurt from seeing Zoe and hearing Zoe of what she says. And Jax then wanted to throw the Rangers a party for being really great friends. And of course, Jax was like, I wanted to throw you guys a party, and the party supplies, I meant to do that because we wanted to throw you a party. And the reason Cruz was late for Devin was because Cruz was trying to help Jax set up a party. And Smash, the reason he had green stuff on his hands was because he was trying to set up the cake, and he was also late to try to fight Ravi. So basically, the Rangers were being ungrateful, and they were not appreciating the fact that the Beast Bots were actually trying to help them. And so because of this, the Rangers realized that they need to be grateful for what they have. And because, since they know Jax is probably going to be targeted by the Gigatron, what they didn't do is the Rangers tell Jax, what if you send me out to bait, and then that way, when the Gigatron comes around, the Rangers can destroy him. And when Jax splits up in the train yards, the Rangers go to the train yard where they think the Gigatron was, and Jax splits up with everyone. And of course, he encounters the Tron. And of course, what do you expect? The old classic dramatical break whenever something happens. Like, you know something bad's not gonna happen. But when you go to a break, of course something doesn't happen. It's like every single show that tries to keep a cliffhanger, a stupid little cliffhanger. There's two different types of cliffhangers. One is when you're leading to the next episode, and one when you're going towards a commercial break where it's like, oh my god, we think something dramatical is going to happen. Come back from the break. No, nothing at all happened at all. So it's just one of those little touches. But when we come back from the break, the Rangers defeat the Tron easily. I mean, he put up no fight. They easily defeated him. So now they have to fight a Gigatron and two other robots. Cruz and Smash and the Beast Bots go off and deploy the Zords. Then the Rangers then form their Megazord. And of course, when they form their Megazords, they have no problem taking down those three robots. And so, when we get back, the Rangers threw Jax, Smash, and Cruz a party for being really great Beast Bots and for actually being the friends in this situation. And guess what was hiding in the cake? Ben and Betty. They were all in there. They looked like they were eating the cake, and they let out a big burp, just like in a kid's episode. What do you expect? And at the end of the episode, instead of us having that laugh, we go back to the cyber dimension where the villains are. The villains come up with a plan to take down the Rangers using the helmet that Scrozzle had found last episode. So you know that helmet I was showing last episode where I thought it was a robot? Turns out it could actually be maybe a Beast Bot with maybe Evox, the actual main villain in this whole entire season. He might, for some way, be programmed into that helmet and be transformed into a Beast Bot, but then when the Rangers eventually rescue the Beast Bot, he might turn into the Gold Ranger or the Silver Ranger, depending on what they do with that. So, that's the end of the episode. So, 30 minutes of that. What do I think? Overall, I think this episode was really great. We had some emotional moments in this. And I tell you what, with Jax trying to set up everything, and the Beast Bots actually trying to be grateful and be good friends to the Rangers were being ungrateful. In this little moment where I put the thumbnail up, with Jax having a party and Zoe coming in there, she was the one showing the most emotion, but the Rangers didn't show much emotion anyways. But it seemed like they were just being super ungrateful, and it really hit me a little bit. I was like, why does this episode seem so emotional to me? And I feel like that's, other than the love episodes we've had, this one felt really, really great, honestly. Like, I watched the episode. I thought it was fantastic. I mean, of course, there were some things here and there that could have been much better. But from what we got, this episode was actually really good. I mean, I actually enjoyed it. And I will also argue that this was the second best episode that the Beast Morphers season has had, right behind the first episode. Because the first episode was fantastic. This episode, I feel like, was strong as well because we got to highlight the Beast Bots. So I think that was really cool. Therefore, I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5 thumbs up. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Comment down below what was your favorite part. And don't forget to subscribe so that way you don't miss any more videos like this. And until next time, I'm AndrewMycol, and I'll see you guys next time. Thumbs up.